Hello everyone, this is Agria Videos, and in this video today we are going to talk about different type of cropping patterns. Will be trap crop, cover crop, and catch crop. All these methods are used generally in the field to protect the main crop, which is the commercial crop or the cash crop of the field. For this, we use these type of methods. So let's take them in detail now. Initially or traditionally, if we say, if we are going to prevent the attack of insect or pest in a field, for that we generally prefer using pesticides. This is a heavy approach wherein the field gets disrupted, the crop gets harmed, and we are coming up with a low yield. This is the approach which we follow. But trap cropping is a method or a valuable technique which is also called as using a sacrificial crop, because the other crop which is planted in the field is going to take up all the attacks of the pest or the insect which is coming in the field, and it is going to prevent the main crop from getting disrupted, and this will help to to promote the yield of the main crop as well. So in this case, as we have already talked about, that this is a method in which the main cash crop is prevented by planting some other same or different family crops along with the main crop. The planting can be in the form of a perimeter trap cropping, it can be in the form of a perimeter, or it can be row intercropping. Both of the methods can be taken up. This will be taken in detail in the subsequent time. In this case, what happens is the more attract and the pest is going to come up to the plant which is more attractive for that. So in this case, the cash crop is prevented from an attack, and the main our trap crop is acting as a trap for the insect and is taking up all the harm in this case. So this is a method all about. Now the advantages of using a trap crop is, it first of all helps us to reduce the pesticide usage, because automatically if all the damage is happening in the crop itself, the other crop which is in the field, then there is no use of a pesticide because the main crop is already protected. Then cost of pesticide is also subsequently reduced. It helps to preserve the indigenous natural enemies which are good for the fields. It helps to improve the crop quality. It helps to also conserve the soil and the environment as well. So in all together, if we say overall, trap cropping method is a very important method which is integrated in the integrated pest management techniques also, as a very important means to prevent the use of pesticides and the chemicals in the field. For example, turnip, here it says that turnip as a trap crop to protect the cabbages from the yellow leaf beetles. So here turnip trap turnip trap crop is planted, and it is protecting the cabbages in the field. And in this way, the attack of yellow leaf beetle is protected. So this is an example of a trap crop. Now, taking up in much detail, this is suppose a catch crop which we have planted. This is a cash crop that we have planted, and in this case, in the field, here we have sorghum as a trap crop. Here the trap crop is this, and in this case, this field is protected by the crop. So in this case, tomato is the main crop protected by a sorghum trap crop, so that all the insect infestation is taken up by the sorghum plant. And in this case here, all the attack which was supposed to be on the cabbage is taken up by this plant. So this is a trap crop, or which is also called as pash fasal, which helps to trap the soil-borne harmful parasitic weeds as well. For example, it is saying that orobanche and striga, they are very important, and they are trapped by the solanaceous and the sorghum crops respectively. Nematodes, they are trapped by the solanaceous crops on the uprooting crop plants. Nematodes are removed from the field in this case. Castor also work as a trap crop in case of a cotton. Groundnut act as a crop for the army worm pest. So there are many examples which we can quote from the below given options. Agronomic definition, if we talk about, then it is planting an attractive trap crop to prevent the main crop. Trap crop may or may not be harvestable. If we talk about the entomological definition of the same, then trap crop is a productive system that exploits the insect behavior by continuously providing the food plants in the preferred stage. Trap crop is planting an attractive host plant to lure the insects away. from the main crop. This is the basic purpose. Okay. Now, two types we were talking that one is perimeter trap cropping, one is row intercropping. Both of them we have taken up. Just go through this in detail. That in this case, planting of a trap crop is surrounded by the main cash crop. It prevents a pest attack that comes from all the sides of the field, and it is best as shown in the example here. Row intercropping, if we say, it is also called as strip cropping. In this case, we are alternately planting the different rows along with that. Trap cropping is a push-pull strategy which is being taken up in maize plant. Trap crop, Napier grass, repellent plant, desmodium, trap plant again. So this is how the trap cropping mechanism works and functions in a plant. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now let's move on to the important examples which already we have taken to an extent, but let's not waste this thing. So we will take this also ahead. We like bindi or okra in cotton to trap the bollworms in the ratio of 1 is to 10 and marigold at the border of the field. This is very important example of a trap crop. Sesamum, if we say, it is commonly being planted to attract the diamondback moth in case of both cabbage and cauliflower. All of them are depicted in the examples here. Then, in case of groundnut, castor or sunflower can be used to attract the leaf-eating caterpillar, as you can see in this picture, on the border of the fields. Tomato, in case if we are planting tomato, then marigold cucumber is commonly used for every 15 row for main crop to attract the tomato fruit borer, so that the attack is not happening on the main crop. In case of field beans, chrysanthemum is acting as a trap crop against the leaf miner. You can see in the picture. Marigold, it is a very potential trap crop in case of potato and rice against nematodes and snails, respectively. These are the various methods being used. You can code them wherever you want. Now, let's talk about the cover crops, which are also called as the avran fasal, and catch crop, which is called as the antarvarni fasal. What is this? Cover crop is basically to cover or to protect the soil surface from erosion. Very simple. So we are protecting the soil from what all practices? We are protecting the soil from wind, from water, from both, so that the ground foliage and the roots they are protected and the disruption does not happen to an extent wherein we are losing the soil. Cover crop is any plant that can be seeded in addition to the catch crop in order to gain the environment and the economic benefits. Both of them are taken up care of in this case. Plants, they are grown to provide soil cover, improve the fertility of the soil, and all the things that good happen to the soil in this case. They're normally grown as the only crop or the sole crop or as the intercrops. They may be allowed to grow throughout the cropping season or they may be killed in some of the seasons and left to mulch. Okay. If we are talking about examples, then rye, buckwheat, cowpea, they are planted to prevent the erosion, increase the nutrients in the soil, and hence they provide the organic matter to the soil. So this is very good in that case. Erosion control mechanism is being followed here. Building soil health, nutrient retention, erosion control, and weed reduction. All of the practices are taken care of in this case of a cover crop. Now, what is a catch crop? It is also called as a contingent crop. What is this? If between the two crops, two main crops, we are catching the what do you call? We are catching the production or we are catching the money. If we are growing some other crops in that small window of time, that is called as the catch crop. To get a catch out of it, these are the crops which are cultivated to catch the forthcoming season. It is replacing the main crop that has failed due to any stress or any biotic or any abiotic reason. Generally, they are very short duration crops which are planted, quick growing, harvestable, easy to harvest, and easy to manage in the field. They provide the feed, check weed growth, conserve the soil, utilize the fertilizer, etc. etc. Many things are there. So, example, say then majorly pulse crops are there: green gram, black gram, cowpea, onion, coriander, bajra. These are all examples, good examples of the cash crops, all the contingent crops, which because they are helping to manage the crop field. I hope you like the content. Let's revise it once more. First, we were talking about the trap crop. Trap crop is trapping the insect pest attack and it is diverting it to the crop which is being planted in the field additional to the main crop. This examples we were talking about, then we talked about the different methods of planting. One was the perimeter row, then was the row intercropping, everything. Examples also we discussed. Then we talked about the cover crop, the catch crop, etc. I hope you liked the content. Thank you so much for watching. Do like the video.